So, my name is Dr. Azelina Flint. I'm a lecturer at Maynooth University, associate researcher at Lancaster University in England, and I am here as part of my research project, Contemporary Women Icons, which is a project that explores the life and works of women who paint icons. Iconography is the most ancient form of sacred art, Christian sacred art. It's over 2,000 years old. It's something that has historically been dominated by men, so my project interviews women who paint icons, like Maria Doumani, here in Halkidiki. And so today I'm going to be interviewing Maria to find out about her experiences as a woman who paints icons and why she does this.
Hello.
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 So Maria, what's your experience of being a female iconographer, and do you approach the tradition differently from a male iconographer?
My experience as a female iconographer is like a beautiful journey through the history of art, and particularly the Byzantine times. I don't think that my experience of tradition and practice of iconography is colored by my gender. Probably it's influenced by my personal strength and weakness, and by the limits of my personal growth. I believe at this point in time, a geographic work of men and women is judged and received by the same way, regardless of the artist's gender.
Good. Lovely, thank you. Okay, so tell me about the process of painting an icon, and are there any devotions that you do when you do this?
Yes, before painting an icon, we conduct research into the history of art, and particularly examine antiquities within our tradition to understand how the specific subject has been depicted and to identify the characteristic of the holy faces portrayed. This process ensures that the depiction of the saints remains consistent over the centuries. To begin painting an icon, one must first prepare the surface. And if the iconographer is devout, he will make the sign of cross, say a short prayer, and invoke God's help.
Okay.
I tend to favor such a devotional practice.
Thank you. All right, bring it there. And what symbols come up frequently in your icons?
Iconography is rich with symbolism. One of frequently symbols that I use in my iconography is the 3 stars of the Virgin Mary's garment, which represent her perpetual virginity, before, during and after the Nativity.
Great, thank you. And in your view, does the icon contain the presence of the divine?
The question of the divine presence is in an icon or in a devotional art is subtle and really complex. The divine is present, is omnipresent. It is present everywhere, yet it goes unnoticed. The privileged encounters with the divine are known as a vision, where the infinity of the divine becomes manifest in a finite form, in order to human beings to be able to have some kind of experience of the divine reality. This is the presence of the divine as experienced by Abraham, Moses, John the Baptist, John the Revelation, and many others. In ordinary life, when two people meet, they are present with each other and to each other. When someone sends a letter or a picture to another, they become indirectly present, not while they are absent. The icon is by nature the presence of the absent. An icon by nature presents what is absent. It is the presence of the absent, if we can speak like that. Without the icon, the absent may be forgotten or remembered or imagined. Through the icon, the absent, a holy person, is introduced into our congregate world as symbolically present, not actively present. Through the icon, we can direct our thoughts, prayers, affections, respect in the depicted person. The veneration does not stop at the icon, but transcends the icon, yes, and goes to the depicted holy person.
Thank you.
An icon, it isn't the ordinary object, nor privileged encounters with the divine as happens in a revelation. Maybe we have a different approach to the question and ask if there is a divine grace in an icon. That seems to be the case of the miraculous icons. Perhaps every icon is potentially miraculous.
That's great. It's a really complicated question.
Yes.
And a very rich answer.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yes.
So the last question, what impact can iconography have on the world?
Iconography has a positive impact in the world in culture, educational and psychological sectors. First, it preserves our cultural heritage. Secondly, it overcomes language barriers, and therefore to say that is the book of the illiterate. Have I told it
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
Okay. And thirdly, it creates a sense of connection, consolation, and inspiration. And that's why, for an artist, iconography is, as a specific form of art, may even work as a form of psychological therapy.
Great. Thank you.
Me too.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank
Yeah.
you too, Azelina.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
So, over the last few days, Maria has been teaching me how to make my own icon. She's been helping me a lot because I have very little experience. It's my second one. And we've been painting St. Barbara. And so I've got to see some of these things in action that she's been talking about. And one of the things that interests me the most is that is the way she blends the tradition with it being alive now. So you were talking before about how you look at the prototype. We've had many prototypes in front of us, and then we look and we try and remain true to it, but we add something of our own. And this is how the icon is true and to the past, and it remains alive. And it's been wonderful to do that in Greece with you and to meet you and to learn more about your icons. So thank you.
Thank you too, Azelina.
Yeah.
Thank you too.
There we go. Wonderful.